James Toney grew up between Ann Arbor and Detroit, places where toughness wasn't optional. He wasn't a golden boy. He was a kid fighting in school hallways, on football fields, anywhere someone pushed the wrong button. Football was his first dream, but trouble followed him everywhere. Inside all that chaos, and there was talent. Toney didn't walk into a boxing gym looking for discipline. He walked in looking for a fight. But the moment he put on gloves, everything clicked. His reflexes were different. His instincts were different. He could see punches before they came, slipping, rolling, countering like he'd been doing it for years. Trainers knew instantly this wasn't normal. This was a natural. James Toney wasn't built for silence. He talked, he laughed, he insulted, he entertained, and then he stepped into the ring and backed up every word with skill most fighters could only dream of. In an era of polished champions, Toney was chaos wrapped in genius. A fighter who didn't just slip punches, he slipped expectations. In 1991, the world met James "Lights Out" Toney, a 22-year-old with old-school craft and new-school swagger. He stepped into the ring with Michael Nunn, a champion at his peak. For 10 rounds, Toney waited, studied, calculated, and then he struck. A counter left hook that flipped the fight. Toney didn't just win the title, he announced himself to the world. Please subscribe to this, our new YouTube channel, for lots more great content. All boxing fans are welcome. Before the world believed in James Toney, he had to prove he belonged with the elite. Reggie Johnson was that test, a skilled, awkward southpaw with experience and pedigree. Toney showed composure, timing, and maturity beyond his age. This was the night he proved he wasn't just talented, he was world-class.
And still,
Then came Mike McCallum, the body snatcher, a master technician, a legend. And Toney stood right in front of him and matched him, move for move. 3 fights of pure boxing IQ, counters, angles, traps, adjustments. It wasn't a rivalry built on hate. It was built on brilliance. 2 masters testing each other at the highest level.
ladies and gentlemen, the bout is a draw.
Against Iran Barkley, Toney showed another side. Not the slick counterpuncher, but the bully. He walked Barkley down, broke him apart, and delivered one of the most dominant performances of his career. It was violence with precision, a reminder that Toney wasn't just slick, he was mean. Please subscribe to this, our new YouTube channel, for lots more great content. All boxing fans are welcome. Then came Vasily Girov, a relentless pressure fighter with an engine that never stopped. This was the fight that defined Toney's heart. 12 rounds of brutality, skill, and willpower. Toney slipped, rolled, countered, and in the final round, he unleashed a finishing assault that sealed the victory. One of the greatest performances of his career. Most fighters move up 1 division. Toney moved up 3, and he didn't pick an easy target. He picked Evander Holyfield, a legend, a warrior, a man who'd been in with everyone. Toney didn't just beat him, he outclassed him. This was the night the world realized James Toney could fight giants and make them look ordinary. James Toney fought from middleweight to heavyweight. He slipped punches like he could see the future. He talked like he owned the room. And he fought anyone, anywhere, anytime. He wasn't perfect, but he was unforgettable. A throwback technician in a modern era. A fighter who didn't rely on speed or youth, just pure skill. James "Lights Out" Toney was one of the most naturally gifted fighters ever.
I'm gonna beat you in your mama's ass. No fighters in England, they all bums. Bunch of women over there.
You know how they gonna deal with me? I ain't worried about that.
So you think you could actually beat Lennox Lewis?
I'm the seasoned pro. I know how to fight. I'm a complete fighter.
Lennox Lewis is...
I don't care about Lennox Lewis. I'm a cup of tea.
Okay. so you got Lennox's number. Now, let's talk about Mike Tyson. You have a tendency to evade questions when I mention Mike Tyson.
I'm not worried about Mike Tyson. He can get some